Hi, I'm Rachel Ficking. Welcome to my channel. This is my midweek video. I'm doing a pattern review today. I've chosen woven tops. I've chosen 10 of my favourites, all for different reasons. They're all fairly different. Let's begin. So I thought I would begin with a style from Merchant and Mills, and it's called the Eddy. Merchant and Mills are really popular, so lots of you might have made this. It's a top and it can also be a dress, but for our purposes today, I'm looking at it as a woven top. Sizes 6 to 18, paper or PDF. It has got these really beautiful balloon sleeves. There are two ways of achieving that. You can put a tie through the casing, or you can elasticate them, down to you. It's got a tie at the back neck. And it's suitable for lightweight wovens. I'm just looking at the picture of it here on my computer. And I guess probably if you've got a sort of slightly stiffer fabric or more structured fabric, it's going to look more sort of sculptural. So it's kind of really down to you whether you want something quite fluid or something a bit more sort of crispy and structured, as I say. Yeah, so that's paper or PDF from Merchant and Mills, size 6 to 18, and it can also be a dress if you extend, there's the option to make it as a dress or a top. Okay, moving on to a garment from Puff and Pencil. Completely different, semi-fitted. I would describe that as semi-fitted. The Puff and Pencil silhouette blouse. It's called a blouse, but I think it's more of a top personally. Sizes extra, extra small to extra, extra large. So that encompasses bust sizes 76 centimetres, 112 centimetres. As I say, it's fitted, it's got these really nice princess seams, and it's got this kind of semi-invisible look down the front with hook and bar fastenings. You could alternatively make ties to fasten it down the centre front, and I guess that would be quite nice in something fairly structured. They've used like a sort of dull sateen here, which looks great. I quite fancy it in a cotton sateen or a cotton twill. Even a sort of a medium to lightweight denim would work really well as well. You could add some stitching in too. So that's the silhouette blouse from Puff and Pencil. Sizes extra, extra small to extra, extra large, and that is a PDF. And I think it's got a real 90s vibe about it, and I think that's probably why I picked it. The next one, this is a lovely shape, and you've got quite a few options here. It's from Closet Core, and it's the Celio dress, and dress and top. So looking at tops today, but it's a dress option as well. So it's got this nice round neck and this kind of dropped yoke seam detail at the back. So you have your short sleeve option with a little cuff, or you've got this longer, I say it's kind of bracelet length, the way they've shown it on the illustration, and it's got this sort of gauging at the sleeve head, and then it goes into a slightly sort of like lantern shape, I would describe it. Really lovely. So it's available from Closet Core. It's a PDF or a printed pattern, size set 0 to 20 or 14 to 32. So to sum it up, it's a boxy shape, it's a round neck, so it's going to be over the head. Short sleeves or long sleeves with this kind of lantern hem effect. And then you've got this angled seam at the back yoke, and you have got these high bust darts that come from the armholes at the front as well. And you've got the option of a bound or a faced neck, which is great because I personally prefer bindings rather than facings, but I guess it's a personal preference, isn't it? So that's a Celio from Closet Core. Right, okay, moving on to, I've chose this because of its absolute simplicity and just a really useful pattern to have. The Grain Line Willow Tank, and I think I have featured this before in a previous pattern review. And like some of the other patterns, this is also available as a dress. So for all of these patterns, as always, I've put the links below in the description, so if you want to explore a bit more, you can have a look. So the Grain Line Willow Tank, sizes 0 to 18, and it is a PDF. also as a dress. It's got a front bust dart. It has a pretty relaxed fit. I mean, it sits fairly neatly around the shoulder and the neckline, and it's got a nice deep hem. And they call it a bias face neckline and armhole. I'm assuming that is just a bound finish, and looking on the working drawings, it looks like it's an inside bound neckline and armhole finish. If you've made this time, I haven't made it, but if you have and you know, maybe share that with us. I think that's an incredibly useful piece in your wardrobe and in your pattern collection. Lots of variations you could work on there. This next one is really interesting. Sorry, I'm just looking at my screen, which is behind my camera. I apologise for looking away. Okay, this is the Origousse Laurier top. Really interesting. It's got a few options. Okay, so all these are wovens. Its PDF size is 34 to 46. It's straight cut, and it's got, I'm looking at the image here, it's got this really lovely V-neck detail, and then a slightly shallower V-neck detail at the back. And then it's got this geometric contrasting yoke at the front, which extends around the back and then goes into a V down to the centre back. And on the illustration I've shown you here, you don't have to add this. They've actually added piping to give it more contrast, and I think it's really interesting. It's lovely. I mean, you don't have to add the piping. You could actually use contrast of texture, so those panels around the neck could be a sateen against a flat poplin if you'd made it in cotton, or you could just colour block it without the piping. But I think it's a really sweet top and a little bit different. It's got a nice 3/4 sleeve, and as I say, optional piping, and that's a PDF pattern again. Okay, moving on to, this is a lovely one, Stylarc Sadie Tunic. A really useful piece, a long-ish tunic. I think that probably goes way below the hips. It's got this nice scoop neck. It's got a centre back opening with centre back seam. I love the curved hem and the deep facing. So you've got a deep facing at the neck and you've got deep facing at the hem as well. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, it's PDF printed, sizes 4 to 30. And then I think the nicest thing about it is this twisted detail at the sleeve hem. I'd say it's a 3/4 leaf or just below elbow length, and it's a twist and tuck effect, which is lovely. Useful piece, nice in something fluid like a crepe, wool crepe in the winter. You could make it in a silk crepe de chine in the summer. A useful, versatile piece, I think. Okay, moving on to Fibre Mood. This is the Becca top with this lovely centre front gauging detail and the slightly sort of puffed, extended short sleeve. Lovely, suitable for lightweight wovens. Again, if you choose a more drapey fabric, it's going to look more fluid, and the crisper the fabric. I mean, they've used quite a crispy looking structured fabric here, so it looks quite sculptural. So it depends on the look that you want to get. So lightweight wovens, structured or fluid, and just a really simple shape with this sort of V at the front, this slashed V effect with the gauging either side of centre front. Absolutely lovely. It's a PGS again in sizes extra small to extra large. Okay, this next one is from the Assembly line, and it's their wrap top. This is actually a unisex pattern, and it's also a dress. So you can see the pattern line drawing there. So it's got an asymmetrical crossover at the centre front. So one side is cut higher and the other side is cut lower. So it's asymmetrical, which I think is quite interesting. So nitty gritty, PDF or paper, extra small to 3 times extra large. And as I said, it's a unisex pattern. I don't think I've shown a unisex pattern before. I might have, but unknowingly. Anyway, just saying. So it's got these very, very wide sleeves, and you got the option of rolling them up as well, and it does have what looks like quite a deep hem. So the top's in two different lengths, so almost just, if you can see the navy, it's actually colour blocked in navy and black, but I don't know whether you can see it on the screen. I would say it sits just below the waist, and then you've got the cream version sort of is just hitting your hip, so personal preference there. Both very, very nice, I think. So that's the assembly rhyme wrap top. It's also a dress. PDF paper, extra small to 3 times extra large. This next one I love. I think it's so cute, and it's from Tessuti Patterns, and I don't feature enough patterns from them. It's the Lenny top, which is a paper pattern, extra small to extra large, and bust sizes 81 centimetres to 106 centimetres. It's boxy and it's cropped, and it's got this super deep hem detail and this front facing detail which is stitched through, which I think is lovely. There's an extended armhole as well. I love the way they look like they've made it. It looks like a cotton piqué that they've made it in here, which is quite a stiff fabric. So it looks quite structured, but again, you could make it in something much more fluid, like a crepe or a viscose twill. So the silhouette would look slightly different. But a really neat silhouette, and particularly love the deep facing around the neck and the hem detail. I saved my favourite for last, and it's from Trend Patterns. I love Trend Patterns. I think she has some really standout shapes in her collection. It's the tuck sleeve top. It is, I say it's kind of semi. I would say it's semi-fitted. It's actually got a concealed zip at the back to get in and out. It's got a waist seam, and you've got bodice darts at the front, and seam and darts below the waist at the front and the back. And I would describe it as a raglan extended sleeve, and it's tucked in various places to make it look sculptural. So it looks like you've got a tuck coming from the top of the armhole, and also further down the sleeve, and it's kind of quite difficult to tell. I think it comes into the underarm sleeve, but without actually physically seeing it and making it, I'm not sure. But whatever, I absolutely love it. I think it's a beautiful pattern. Paper or PDF, sizes 8 to 22. So that is from Trend Patterns, and that is my last one for today. I hope you found them interesting. As always, if you've made any, share your experiences, or you've got a favourite woven tops pattern, please share with us. Well, that was a slightly unscheduled midweek pattern review. I normally do them at the weekend anyway. I was supposed to do something else today, didn't quite work out as planned, so I'm going to have to save that for another Wednesday coming up, because I'm going to be doing these Wednesdays just until the end of March, because then I'm going away for a couple of weeks, so I'm having a break, and then I'll decide how I'm going to go forward after that. I will be doing my Sunday videos forever onwards, as far as I'm concerned at the moment. Anyway, hope you found that interesting. Please like, share and subscribe. Love to hear back from you, your experiences of making any of those woven top patterns, or any of your particular favourite woven tops that you may have made. Please share, and I will see you at the weekend. Bye.